Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Esther if you're new here, and welcome back to my old viewers as well. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I'm so grateful. In this channel we talk about motherhood, food, lifestyle, DIY, faith, and everything good and nice. So please subscribe to my channel now and click on the notification bell so you won't miss out on any video that I post. And if at the end of this video you like it, please give me a thumbs up. I know you will love it, so please give me a thumbs up. So yes, thank you so much and welcome to the channel. Yes, so today I'm going to be talking about something very dear to my heart. Very sensitive though, but very dear to my heart. I'm going to be talking about 7 myths around childbirth, so stay tuned. I said this topic is very sensitive and very important to me, because as women we go through a lot of pressure. There's so many things we have to deal with as women. The pressure to get married, pressure to be homely, even when you get married, pressure to have kids, when to have kids, even when you get pregnant, pressure on the kind of birth you should have, pressure on how to raise your children. I feel like childbirth on its own there shouldn't be so much pressure on it, because the experience alone is so heavy. So I feel like before a woman has her baby, I feel like she should be in the best condition. What she has in her head should be right, because this will really influence how the whole birth experience will turn out. And we all know that there are a lot of myths around the issue of childbirth, and I'm going to be listing out 7 myths, and I'm going to be busting those myths, guys. I will bust those myths today. Now, this is a disclaimer. The things that I'm going to talk about right now are based on my own experiences. Please, guys, you have the right to disagree with anything that I say based on my experiences and those around me that I have seen. So please feel free to disagree, feel free to whatever, guys. Number 1 myth. People always say that vaginal birth is the best and it shows how strong you are as a woman or as a mother. Guys, where did we get that from? I don't think this is my number 1 because I didn't have a vaginal birth. I had a vaginal birth, but whoever said, how did we get to that point of thinking that a particular birth method is the best for a woman? Now, you don't know the condition of that woman, you don't know her health condition, you don't know the things that she's currently going through. I feel like no birth method is the best. You have to do what is good for you at that particular time. A lot of women, at the end of the day, lose their lives, lose their babies because they are bent on a particular method of birth. Like, it has to be vaginal birth, because it shows how strong you are. A lot of times people feel like, oh, if you did not have vaginal birth, it means that you're not strong, you didn't have the strength to push, you're not strong enough, you're not good enough for your child, you won't be a mother, there will be no connection between you and that baby and stuff like that. For Christ's sake, if you carried a baby for 9 good months, what's that? That's strength. You are strong enough, you are strong, you are a great mother, there will be a connection. You carried that child, you carried that baby for 9 months in your tummy, for Christ's sake. So what else shows how strong you are, guys? I mean, there's so much pressure around this particular point, because you see a lot of women are like, it has to be like this. I was talking to someone one day and she was like that her mom told her that in their family everybody goes through vaginal birth, and it's like an induction. In their family everybody goes through vaginal birth. Her mom, her grandmom, in fact everybody in their family, all the wives, everybody has to go through vaginal birth. That is what shows that you are strong and stuff like that. So a woman goes into labor or something and she has a very difficult labor, prolonged labor, and she's still insisting that she must have a vaginal birth because she doesn't want to be seen as weak. Guys, how? Why? Like I always say, I believe in two things: healthy and happy. Do what makes you healthy, do what makes you happy, you and your baby. Do what works for you and your baby. You alone know how you're feeling, you alone know what goes on in your body and stuff like that. I think this pressure too comes from family most time. There are a lot of ladies that after giving birth, maybe through CS or having an epidural or something, their husbands, criticize them, or family criticize them, people in general criticize them for not having a vaginal birth. So please, this has to stop. Any birth, if you have to do a CS, please do a CS. If you need to have an epidural, please do that. The most important thing is the health of you and your baby, and the fact that you and your baby are happy at the end of the day. Please don't be under any pressure to have a vaginal birth if it's not going to work for you. You are strong, you're still a loving mom, you are strong. Yes, it's good to have a birth plan, but then you also have to be open and flexible, because things can change. You have to be open and flexible to other things. So please, let's be guided. There is no particular method that is right for anyone. You just do what works for you at that particular time. Number two, the fact that people think that professionals are always right. Professionals, elders, mothers, grandmothers are always right. Guys, this point, I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen to your doctors or your midwives, or you shouldn't listen to advice from people that have had babies, people that have experience in childbirth and all those things. Please do listen to your doctors, listen to your midwives, listen to the professionals. But like I always say, no one knows you like you do. No one knows your child like you do. No one knows your baby like you do. We have instincts, we have intuition. So always listen to your body, listen to your intuition, listen to your instincts, guys. If there is something that you're not comfortable with, irrespective of whoever tells you, even if it's your doctor or your midwife tells you and you're not comfortable with it based on how you feel, please communicate. That's the word. Always communicate the way you're feeling. Don't say, because this is my doctor or my midwife telling me to do this, you will just do it, irrespective of how you feel or what you're thinking at that particular time. You might be right, you might be wrong. They might be right, they might be wrong. Sometimes these people are telling you things based on book knowledge, right? Some of them have not experienced these things, some of them have. So, and no two experiences are the same. So they can be telling you things based on someone's experiences, how this other patient felt, and what they did, and this other patient felt better. So always communicate how you feel. If they're telling you to lie down like this and you feel like it's not working for you, guys, tell them how you feel. There could be other methods, there could be other ways of doing things. Like I said before, don't say no, I'm not going to follow your instruction or anything. Always communicate how you feel. Tell them okay, and ask questions. Is there any other way of doing this thing? If I do it this way, what are the pros and the cons? What will happen if I do this? And just communicate, and you guys can come to an agreement. Don't, irrespective of how you feel, don't like you know how you're feeling in your body, what is happening to you, or what you're thinking about, and you just take whatever anybody tells you. Ask questions, and you guys can come to an agreement or come to a middle point. Number three, childbirth would make you hostile, guys. Childbirth will make you scream, shout at your husband, fight your husband, punch your husband. Guys, that is not always the case. That is not always the case, guys. Like you see in the movies, the woman is punching her husband, abusing her husband, screaming at her husband, cursing everyone, and stuff like that. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It happens. I know at that point your patience level would have dropped today. Your patience level would have dropped. I did not scream at my husband. I just feel like it's even a time for you to bond. Both of you are in the labor room, holding each other, it's just, for me, I just feel like it's a bonding time. A lot of women already have that in their head. They've already imagined how they'll scream and drag their husbands and stuff like that. Guys, just get it out of your head. It must not always be like that. It can be better. It can be a bonding time for you and your husband. Number 4. Now, this one is also very, very dear to me. Now, there's the myth that every mother will automatically fall in love with her baby. Guys, that is not true. That is not true. You don't have to, it must not be instant, guys. Like, you feel like you hear things like, oh, and they brought my baby and I saw my baby and I fell in love and it was all rosy, you know, Romeo and Juliet and stuff like that. You must not fall in love with your baby immediately. And guys, don't freak out if you don't feel that way. You know, there are things that people tell you, you know, don't freak out if you don't feel that way. Yes, it happens. Yes, you'd feel that, you can feel that love, you know, and stuff like that, but it must not always happen like that. Because do you know what? Guess what? The fact, even though you carry that baby in your womb for 9 months, when you bring out that baby is a stranger to you. Take it or leave it, it's still a stranger to you. Guys, you're just getting to know the baby. You know, at that point, you don't even know what your baby likes. The baby is crying, you don't know what he wants. You know, it's a new experience of getting to know each other all over again. So don't freak out, don't feel bad, don't feel guilty if you don't immediately feel that love or that connection with your baby. And that is why a lot of mothers go into depression, because they're like, what is going on? Who is this? What is this? Why am I feeling this way? You know, and the babies will be crying and they won't even touch their babies. So that love, that connection might not be instant. It's something that would grow. It's something that you will develop, you know, when you start bonding and when you start, you know, getting to know each other. So please don't feel anyway, don't feel guilty, don't feel like you're a bad mother if you don't instantly feel that connection with your baby. Don't be hard on yourself, just relax and try to figure it out one day at a time. So yeah, the love will come, the connection will come, everything will come in due time. So number 5, there is this myth that you always have to be in a position where you lie down and, you know, hang your legs. Maybe I'm just talking rubbish, guys, but I feel like I said, always tell your midwife or your doctor how you feel. Lying down and hanging your legs is not the only position for childbirth. I mean, someone was telling me one day that a friend of mine was telling me of her experience. In fact, she was supposed to be on the normal position lying down, and she told them that she didn't feel good lying down, and they were like, okay, let's try something else. I mean, she was in serious pain, and they were like, okay, let's try something else, and she had to squat. And she had to squat and have a baby. Guys, what about people who even have water beds? They don't lie down to have water beds. They squat or they sit. They have that sitting or squatting position. So guys, if you don't feel comfortable about a position or something, it must not necessarily always be you lying down and hanging your legs. There are other positions. You can squat, you can sit, but it has to be approved by your midwife or your GP or your doctor, you get. So there are other ways of there are other positions of having your child. You don't always have to lie down and hang your legs. Number 6, this one is very, very funny. The fact there is a myth that and I think Nollywood movies are responsible for this, that your water will just burst like a tap, like a broken tap, and just, you know, pour out, and the water will just be gushing out. Guys, some people's water don't even break. So you see people that give birth with the whole sack, you know, the baby comes out with the sack and everything, and I feel like this breaking of water, it could just be like, you know, a leak, urine leak. You know, you might feel like, I didn't feel like peeing, but you feel that leak, like you just passed urine, just a little leak. It doesn't have to be dramatic like we see in Nollywood movies. Like, wow, you see water is pouring and you're in the pool of water. You might as well have your water breath now. So yeah, it doesn't have to be that dramatic, like water will just burst and you start panicking and immediately the water bursts, the woman is already like screaming and shouting. Guys, it's not like that, guys. It's not always like that. I feel like Nollywood should upgrade this scenes. Like, it doesn't really happen that way, guys. I don't know about others, but I'm talking about my own experiences and the experiences of people that I know. So it doesn't always have to be that dramatic, guys. Number 7 and the last one is cesarean section is easier than a vaginal birth. Guys, that is not true. Every birth, should I say, every birth comes with its own pros and cons, guys. Like I said, do what works for you at that particular time. Your health and happiness is very important, and that of your baby as well. No birth method is more easier than the other or is more important than the other. Some people have vaginal birth and still have complications. Some people have CS and have complications. Some people too have epidural and still have complications. So none is easier than the other. The most important thing is for you to bring your child without any complications, and you and your child are happy and healthy, guys. Happy and healthy, very, very important. So no birth method is better than the other or is more important than the other. Do what works for you. Listen to your body, listen to your intuition. Only you know your body, only you know your baby, you know how you feel. So always communicate it to your health practitioner or whoever, your midwife, your GP, whoever. You know, your birth doesn't have to be dramatic. You know, just pray and hope for the best. Be very flexible and open to anything, guys, anything, and always pray and hope for the best, guys. Like I said, these are based on my own experiences and experiences of people close to me, people that I have, people that I know. So please feel free to disagree. I think I've come to the end of this video, guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so by subscribing here, and please watch my other videos here. And guys, please, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to always shine your light wherever you find yourself, and let's live this world better than we found it, one person at a time. So thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.